Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 30-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
To throw is Jackson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
It's now 2nd.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 41, Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy, make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Knocked away and incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And it's 3rd down.
That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 27 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Ravens 7, Chargers 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now left side in the swing pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Chargers 0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They pick up there. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a 5-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
The play lost a yard.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Herbert going to try and run. This is out quickly to the right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tummy.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and a yard.
on 2nd and a yard. Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Busts through the tackle, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Ravens.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
The kickoff for Baltimore.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
At the 50-yard line.
2nd and 11. From the 50, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Herbert. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Allen. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Probably the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. A quick toss out right. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On the ground, McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 39. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Chargers 28, Ravens 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
that's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big one there for the Chargers, and even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Chargers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again. Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards. First
now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Adderley. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football.
Has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Ravens. 20, 10.
All you got to do is
this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. Jackson's going to keep it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? This is a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hauled in downfield. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Rookie Seals Jones. 69 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
This time Jackson will throw it. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To J.K. Dobbins. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 48 yards. And the Ravens cut into that. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Extra point. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
To speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. After the run, now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 47-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the... Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete.
Mecole Hardman with now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens get a bit closer. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Now Jackson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Desmond King picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that...